Well, Florida may not be the sunshine state, but when our sun comes out, the temperature goes right up.
It warms us right up. So we dropped to the 40s behind the front like we thought we would. And then the sun just came out in full force, got us right back up to 60 when, we were expected to stay in the 50s. So that was a very welcome change. Here's a look at current feels like temperatures right now. And boy, do we have a spread here. You could call the feels like temperature map Skittles because we have the entire rainbow here. It feels like 28 in Beeville. It feels like 60 degrees in Hebbronville. Feels like we are in the middle 50s in Corpus Christi. Now, if we pull back the wind chill from that, temperatures are actually a little bit milder than that. Beeville is actually only in the middle 30s, and we're right around where we feel like in Corpus Christi. Now, we're going to really see temperatures take a tumble heading into the overnight hours, heading into midnight. Again, another repeat of our actual high temperature being around midnight, and then temperatures continuing to fall into the middle and lower 30s for us in Corpus Christi by tomorrow morning. So again, here's midnight. We're still a little bit breezy, 40 for that high temperature, and the clouds are really going to coat and cover the coastal bend. Now heading into tomorrow morning, that's when we're going to start to see the chance for freezing rain pop up in our forecast. We will possibly have a little chance here in Corpus Christi, and I'll explain why. Again, I'm still not quite as sold on seeing it here as in some other areas where you're seeing more of this pink color pop up. But anyways, temperatures starting off very cold tomorrow morning in the lower 30s, and the difference between places with freezing rain and without it is going to be just a couple degrees. So if we do manage to stay a couple degrees colder here in Corpus Christi, closer to that 32-degree mark, we have a higher chance at seeing freezing rain. Heading into tomorrow afternoon, those rain chances are going to go down, and so are the temperatures. So by Tuesday morning, we are going to be very, very chilly. So here's why I think we're probably not going to see the freezing rain in Corpus Christi, but why we still have a chance. We're really going to see temperatures fall down into Monday morning right above that freezing mark. And with the rain chances in place, if we are to hit this freezing line here, the skinny top line, that means any rain that hits the surface has the possibility to stick to the ground. So here's where I think is the most likely to see that freezing rain is in these areas with pink, anywhere from trace amounts to 1/10 of an inch. Drizzle is more likely over towards the coast in Corpus Christi area. But again, if our temperatures are able to drop just a couple degrees from where we're forecast, this kind of rain to pink line could move a little bit closer to us. So with that, you may want to have a little bit of extra time in the morning if you are heading anywhere. We do have that chance for freezing rain and light drizzle into the afternoon as well. Heading into Tuesday and Wednesday morning, we are going to be freezing. So if we were to have any rain, but we won't, then that's when we really would have been seeing any slick roads or anything like that. But because there's not going to be enough moisture, we should be good to go heading into Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, if you're heading out to the MLK commemorative march tomorrow, make sure that you are layering up. Temperatures staying in the 30s for most of the afternoon with a lot of cloud cover. Again, with that drizzle chance, possibly some freezing rain heading into the morning. So if you are driving out and about, make sure that you're doing so carefully, again, as well as layering up. Wind chills staying in the 20s and 30s tomorrow afternoon. So all of that being said, between the wind chills as well as the ice accumulations that are possible, we do have a winter weather advisory for the entire coastal bend. This does not include the islands at this time, and I wrote the broad time frame on some of these if it says dependent on location. Some places it's going to start as early as midnight tonight, and some places it's going to end as late as 6 o'clock tomorrow. So some of these are kind of dependent on your location. I'm going to break it down for y'all on our website and on our forecast post by county when you could be seeing any of these watches and advisories. Heading over to wind chill, like I said, going to be very, very cold. It's important that you make sure you are bundling up. So we do have a wind chill advisory for tonight. That leads to a wind chill warning for these northern counties here, and then a wind chill watch is in effect for us here in Corpus Christi starting at 1 o'clock and running through later tomorrow morning. Now on to the freeze warnings. We have a lot to cover here. Entire coastal bend under a freeze warning for tonight through tomorrow afternoon. So that's more so for these northern counties, and then heading into tomorrow night, we're going to start to see the freeze watch pop up for Corpus Christi. Speaking of freeze watch, we do have a hard freeze watch for these counties here outlined in blue for tomorrow night. So this is going to be temperatures below 28 degrees. So we do have much, much colder weather on the way. Now, here's a look at how temperatures could stack up and how the freezes, how long those could last. I'm thinking now that our first freeze freeze. While it's not going to be quite as cold as the second one, I think it could last a little bit longer just because tomorrow afternoon is going to be a little bit colder than Tuesday afternoon. So you can see that we're going to have a little bit wider time here under that freezing mark as opposed to when we're actually going to be a little bit colder, but we're going to be under it for a shorter time frame, I should say. Here's a look at tomorrow's forecast. Again, cool temperatures, if not just cold. 37 for our high in Corpus Christi tomorrow, with temperatures around 40 at midnight, dropping to the 30s and essentially staying there through most of tomorrow afternoon. So we're going to be cold for the next couple of days. A couple of hard freezes are in store Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, but a much milder Thursday afternoon with temperatures in the 70s before another cold front comes through the coastal bend heading into the end of the week. Brian.
Thank you, Kristen. Still to come.